Howdy, I'm an omnipotent voice from Insomniac Games. Today, I want to introduce you to our newest franchise, Sunset Overdrive. It's a mature third-person shooter set in a unique open world. It's high-action, fast-paced, and takes the concept of the boring copy-pasted shooter, flips it on its ugly head, and lets you do the impossible. In short, it kicks ass. Up till now, you've only seen a CG trailer, but today, you're gonna get to see the real game. Story time! It's 2027. Fizco, a good old greedy corporation, just released its hot new energy drink, Overcharged Delirium XT. Now there's a mutant outbreak. Keen minds will probably connect those two events. But lucky for you, getting around just got a whole lot easier. Traversing through Sunset City is all about one word: velocity. Jump on a car, grind on a power line, run along walls, all within a matter of seconds to get a tactical advantage against enemies. Plus, it's a hell of a lot more fun than cowering behind a crate. But who else are you gonna see around the city? Are there other people embracing this apocalypse like you? Yup. You're gonna see factions like Troop Bushido, which are a group of adventurers who now abide by ancient samurai culture. Or the Fargoths, live-action role-players whose fantasy all of a sudden becomes their reality. And there are a lot more memorable characters as well. Alright, now let's talk about the more shootable inhabitants of Sunset City. There are a lot of enemies in Sunset Overdrive. Introducing the Herker, who actually throws smaller OD'd at the players. Or the Blower, whose arm is fused with the leaf blower. And that's just a few of the enemies that are gonna kill you. But even when you die, you're gonna love it. Welcome to Next Gen Respawning.
Hell!
It's not gonna be an Insomniac game without an awesome array of weapons. For instance, there's Captain Ahab, which lures enemy OD'd in for an easy kill. And there's the Roman Candle Gun. And there's the TN Teddy, which straps little bitty teddy bears to full sticks of dynamite. And from there, your arsenal's just gonna keep getting bigger. Quite simply, it's madness. But it's the kind of madness that fits perfectly into the world of Sunset Overdrive. Wanna feel more badass? Cue the amp system. Amps are special abilities that you can add to your character. By utilizing traversal in combat, your amps are gonna activate. And there's over 50 amps to choose from. Want to have a chance to cause a nuclear explosion? Slap on the Twist of Fate. Or the Air Dash. Or just summon a Twister. This combination of traversal, shooting, and amps is the core of Sunset Overdrive. And that's something we really want to emphasize, because for us, this is what makes the game stand out.
Yes! Stay down!
This is only a tiny slice of the pie, but we're gonna wait till later to show you more.
Get ready to die, asshole!
For now, this is Sunset Overdrive. And in a lot of ways, it's the game that Insomniac has been building up to for 20 years. I mean, it takes all of our strengths and just combines them into one explosive, irreverent, stylish, and totally unique package. Thank y'all so much for your time, and remember to follow us on Twitter and Facebook, or go to sunsetoverdrive.com for more information. From all of us at Insomniac Games, see you next time.
Sunset Overdrive is the kind of game we just love making. Well, a lot of us are here at Insomniac because we love stylized games. We love expressing ourselves. I feel like I'm surprised every day by something that somebody puts in the game.
The year is 2027, not too distant future, in Sunset City, which is a fictitious United States municipality. And there is a multinational corporation called Fizco, who are about to release a hot new energy drink called Overcharged Delirium XT. Overcharged tends to turn people into mutants who drink it. We call them OD for Overcharged Delirium Drinkers. They're hideous mutants, they're covered in boils. The only thing they want more than to kill you is to get more overcharged. The setup for the mission is that there's a radio tower up the street. It's in a dangerous part of town. It has a signal that it's beaming out that is causing some problems. So some NPCs in the world need you to go and take it out.
I think one of the main things is we're really building on this idea of momentum and style, and playing in an exciting and exceptional way and rewarding you for doing that.
This is not a cover shooter. We want to encourage you to get out, mix it up, traverse, do all of the action moves that we have in the game.
Some of the amps that we're showing in the demo are on the AK. We've got the Twist of Fate, which occasionally will explode into a nuclear explosion and destroy everyone around it. The style meter is actually our method for encouraging players to play well. And as you traverse and do things like kill enemies, or if you're switching weapons a lot, or killing a bunch of enemies at once, it's building your style meter up. And we've got several levels, and every level you achieve, it causes an amp to become active. So you might be able to suddenly do a dodge roll and knock enemies out of the way, or cause the Twist of Fate to become active and start going off.
We have these crazy, crazy death animations where every time you die in the game, we surprise you by respawning you in a way I guarantee you haven't seen in any other game.
And we've got one where you come up out of the ground in like this giant drill and come out, and there's one of like a Dracula. You come up and the coffin opens and you walk out. It's kind of half zombie, half Dracula. As soon as people see that, they get the idea that the character of this game is different.
So we have a lot of effects in the game, especially as you level up your weapons, where things will happen that are clearly like, this is a video game and we love it. So for example, T and Teddy, if you hit a lot of guys, there's an explosion that has a teddy bear shaped face in it, which is always really rewarding.
It's a teddy bear head of flames.
Right, exactly. The most extreme teddy bear you've ever seen.
Exactly.
So one of the things we wanted to do in Sunset Overdrive was to make sure that players can play and be who they want to be. So part and parcel in that is we have a pretty robust customization system where we have some crazy outfits. In fact, Drew, in the first pitch, talked about how he wanted to wear a kangaroo codpiece and nothing else. And then we said, yes, but what about for the game? And he said, no, for the game as well. And that's what we want to do, is just have players just be able to be as crazy as humanly possible.
One thing to note is that this is an open world game and there's a lot to do. Tons of quests, tons of missions, tons of challenges that we give to the player as an opportunity to build his character, to upgrade his weapons, to constantly progress in this very large world that's driven by a big story as well. We have a lot of core principles that drive the game, but I think the two that really speak most to me and to a lot of other folks on the team is, first, fun trumps realism, and the second is philosophy. And what I mean by fun trumps realism is that we're making a stylized, irreverent world where there are rules, but those rules can be bent and they're broken and bent all the time. And for us as creatives, it's really fun. This is the kind of game that, for us as developers, makes coming into do what we do a blast.